Grieving mother told us the state didn't do enough to prevent her daughter's suicide. The state says neither did the mother. In fact, they say the mother watched the suicide on Facebook Live and even egged her daughter on.
Hi, this is Eric J coming at you with street news. No, we ain't professional and neither is this story. So look. 14-year-old Naika spent nearly 3 hours broadcasting herself on Facebook Live in the bathroom of her foster parents' home, contemplating whether she should commit suicide or not. As hundreds of people watched, some tried to talk her out of it, and some urged her to do it. One of the people urging her to die was her mother, who watched her for 2 hours. Instead of notifying the police, she commented on her video saying, hashtag ADHD, games played, you sad little DCF custody jit. That's why you where you at for this dumb stuff. More you keep crying wolf, you dead. You will get buried. Life goes on after a jit that doesn't listen to their parents, trying to be grown, seeking boys and girls' attention instead of her books. In the months leading up to her death, Naika told her case manager that she was sad her mother had said she didn't want her in her custody and that she would eventually age out of the foster care system. Naika's mom denied writing the comments underneath her live video and says she wrote those comments after she was dead.
Suicide on social media, a teenager taking her own life as she was on Facebook Live. It happened just a few weeks ago, but the Department of Children and Families has been investigating.
And they have released a new report revealing the teenager's mother was watching that Facebook live stream. Local 10 News reporter Erica Rako live from the Miami Gardens Police Department this morning. Erica, they initially responded to the suicide, but what else does this report reveal?
Well, Eric, it's a critical incident rapid response team report. It's 20 pages. It goes into a lot of detail, and it reveals that not only was this teenager's mother watching, but it alleges that she was also contributing, writing comments and adding fuel to the fire. Naika Venant, just 14 years old, took her own life on January 22nd. Investigators say she went on Facebook Live for almost 3 hours before hanging herself in her foster family's home while hundreds of people watched online.
I am sick and devastated.
Days after Naika's death, her biological mother fought back tears, sitting beside her attorney as she blasted DCF for not doing enough to prevent her daughter's death. But in DCF's new report into Naika's death, investigators allege her mother was actually watching that disturbing broadcast for 2 hours and commented this, quote, hashtag ADHD games played, you sad little DCF custody expletive. That's why you where you at for this dumb expletive and more. You keep crying wolf, you dead, you will get buried, life goes on after an expletive that doesn't listen to their parents, trying to be grown, seeking boys and girls' attention instead of her books. The report details several years of neglect and sexual abuse, with Naika constantly being moved in and out of foster care. It also says, quote, in the days leading up to Naika's suicide, the teen expressed sadness to both her case manager, blank, over the fact that her mother told her that she didn't want her back and that Naika was going to age out of the foster care system. And this report says that right now DCF is just responding to these allegations. It does not yet say whether or not the teen's mother is going to be facing any charges.
Listen, do it really matter when her mama wrote the comments or not? Because to me, it don't. And why was she on TV crying like that? No tears in her eyes though. For 2 hours, she sat back and watched her daughter cry out for attention and for help. And what she did? Nothing. She made 0 attempts at stopping her daughter from killing herself. You watched your daughter for 2 hours. You could have cried over the phone to her for those 2 hours, telling her how she's making a big mistake, telling her how much you love her and how you want her back. and how she just gotta be patient. It's gonna take some time, but you working on it. You could have picked up the phone and called the police and got them involved. Again, you're watching your daughter on Facebook Live talking about killing herself. This is somebody you say you love. And as far as you bringing up the facts that she's in foster care, she's there because of you. You was leaving her at home for hours with no food. And you say, all she wants is attention. All kids want attention. And when they don't get it at home, they look for it in the streets. Listen, maybe it makes you feel better blaming the system for what happened to your daughter. But truth is, you're the reason your daughter was in the system in the first place.